Hello, and welcome to another edition of Medicare Simplified with your host, Dave Miller.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of Medicare Simplified. Today, our journey takes us into part 3 of the 4-part series. We're going to talk about value-added benefits. It started out with just a gym membership, and that was true for both Medigap and Medicare Advantage. And they offered programs like Silver and Fit, Silver Sneakers, and there's some others based on where you live and what part of the country you're in. They're all fantastic programs. They give you access to countless gyms in your area, and when you travel, you can still utilize it. They also have packages out there where you can do home exercises, and possibly they can even help you get some equipment for your home, like this rubber bands where you can practice stretching out and work your arms a little bit. So you might want to check with these companies if you can't get to a gym or don't have one nearby. Maybe they can provide some in-home equipment that you can use and still get a good quality workout and keep your lungs expanding, keep that heart strong so you can live a long life. Later on, they started adding things like dental, vision, and hearing. And I'm going to talk first about the dental part. Sometimes they give you a reimbursable amount. For example, they'll give you $1,000 worth of dental. And that's usually one of two ways. One, a 50-50 split, meaning you get $2,000 worth of dental for $1,000. And you can go to any dentist you want. You get a copy of the receipt. You will pay out of pocket first. And then you mail the paperwork in. And I know it takes 4 to 6 weeks, but you do get your money back. Another type is where you have an allowance and the provider will do the paperwork and the money will go directly to him. Then a different version of the dental benefit is where you have to follow a certain network. Now, there are several dental networks in my area, which is Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. You have to find out if your dentist is in that network that they have for their dental plan. That way you maximize your benefit. Now, if you don't have your dentist in that plan, you can still go to them. But instead of, say, a 50-50 split on whatever the dental bill is, it may be 70 out of your pocket and 30 out of the company's pocket. It is more money, but it will stretch out your benefit longer because they're only paying 30%. Now you can get more work done, more out of pocket, but at least you're still able to use that benefit. So you want to check to see if your dentist is in network when you get one of these plans. The Vision Network is very similar to what I just described with the dental network. Again, they might have to be a network, or it could just be a reimbursable basis. In either case, some of these, the dental most likely will have a small deductible or maybe no deductible. But the glasses usually don't have a deductible with them. And again, glasses aren't cheap, especially if you have bifocals, trifocals, and it can be quite expensive. Some companies will give you standard lenses and frames every year with no out-of-pocket. This is a great benefit. Now, let's say you have bifocals and you want the no line. No problem. What will happen is they will calculate the amount that the glasses cost with standard lenses. And then you want no line. Well, what's the difference between the standard lens and no line lens is what you pay out of pocket. And the rest of it is paid for by the company. Some will even give you a little extra money towards non-standard frames. This way you don't have to wear what we used to call in the Army as birth control glasses. You know, the real ugly, squared off frames that just weren't attractive at all. This way you can get some nice frames for a few dollars out of the company's pocket. And if the frames cost $150 and your allowance is $125, $25 isn't much for non-standard frames. I say go for it. Then there's the hearing benefit. This one is really nice. Let's face it, eyes, ears, they all break down over the years. You know, we've worn them out over time. And hearing aids are not cheap. Again, some places will give you an allowance. Some will give you a copay. And some of them will even give you options on what style you want. For example, the generic kind, you'll have a small copay, say $500. But you want the upgraded version, okay? Well, you pay $750. You want the deluxe version that comes with Sirius Radio, for example. Well, now you pay $1,000, and they pay the rest. If you've priced hearing aids, you'll know no matter which one you go with, it's a major savings. Again, you may have to go with a company that they have a specialized contract with. Your audiologist, no problem, he's a network, right? Well, when he writes that prescription, He just sends it to ABC Hearing Company. You got your hearing aids for practically nothing in reality. And now you have the hearing aids of your choice and with very little out of pocket. Fantastic. And I have some clients that have benefited from this in a major way, and they are very happy with it. These benefits that I'm talking about usually come with Medicare Advantage. Now, gym memberships come with Medigap and Medicare Advantage. But if you have Medigap, some companies will offer you a package deal where you can get dental, vision, and hearing at an extra premium, but at least you can get it. And that is another thing to think about. If you like Medigap, it's a great product. A few dollars more and you get dental, vision, and hearing. Now you've got the full package and you have everything you need to take care of yourself, including the gym membership. Or in Medigap's case, sometimes they'll give you an allowance of, say, $30 a month to pay for a gym membership or get equipment for in-home workouts. Both ways, Medicare Advantage, Medigap. These are phenomenal value-added benefits. Sometimes Medigap companies will give you a discount prescription drug card. Let's face it, when you get up into tier 3 and 4, those drugs aren't cheap. So anything they can do to help you out is more than welcome. Something new that came out a few years ago with Medicare Advantage and Medicare Advantage prescription drug is over-the-counter catalogs. To me, this is one of the most unbelievable benefits that ever came out with MA and MAPD. You get an allowance every 3 months, whether it's 50, 75, 100, 200, and they give you a catalog. Now, all you have to do is go through that catalog, find the products you like, make sure you're not overspending your allowance. Then you have the option of going online and creating an account with that company, or you just do it over the phone. Once you've placed your order, about 1 to 2 weeks at the most, you'll get this big old box sitting on your front door, and there you go. That could be more money in your pocket. You're going to buy vitamins, cold medicine, ear drops, eye drops, an electric toothbrush once a year. The amount of products that are in these catalogs is simply unbelievable. When I'm showing these plans and then showing them the catalogs, I'm like, unbelievable. I'm impressed every year by every single company. They've got phenomenal catalogs. Take advantage of it. If you're getting $100 every 3 months, that's $400 in your pocket, and you still got the same products as if you'd gone to the store and paid for them out of your pocket. So spend the company's money. Don't spend yours. Take advantage of it. I can't tell you how many of my clients don't take advantage of this particular benefit. They're losing money that they don't even have to spend out of their checking account. They can spend the company's money. Use this benefit. When it comes to C-SNP and D-SNP plans, which we spoke about in part 2, they usually have more money towards these. Again, these people don't live on a lot of money, and this way it helps them out. And with C-SNPs and Medicare Advantage prescription drug plans, if you have diabetes, for example, some companies will give you a healthy foods card. That means you can take that card to the grocery store, and there are certain stores, so you have to check with your agent and the company to see where you get these foods from. But you can go into that store, buy certain vegetables, fruits, and other things, healthy food only. You can't buy potato chips and peanuts, but it's free money for food to help you lower your A1C, free money to help keep your heart in good shape. Again, a benefit that is seldomly used that needs to be used. It's putting money in your pocket. I love that too, because a lot of people with diabetes can't afford to eat healthy all the time. This helps them to where they can eat healthy. Now, with D-SNPs, I know this happens, but also with some other MAPD and MA plans. They got a thing called Papa Pals. This is great. You get, for example, 4 hours per month, and you make a phone call, you make an appointment. They'll send, I believe they're college students that are heavily background checked and have good personalities. They go through training. And what will happen is you make a phone call, you make the appointment, and a young man, a young woman will come to your door. They'll identify themselves. I'm sure they have some form of ID to verify who they are and that they're with Papa Pals. And they will help you go shopping. They'll help you with some light cleaning. Now, they're not going to do your spring cleaning for you. But if you have some issues with putting your groceries away after you go to the store, They'll go to the store with you, help you shop, put your groceries away, help you learn how to use your cell phone. These new Androids and iPhones can be overwhelmingly complex for some people. They'll teach you how to use it. Or maybe your spouse passed away a year or two ago, and if you're a guy and you like football and it's just not the same watching it without her, or maybe a movie, your husband passed and you just hate watching movies alone, ask them to send a gentleman or a lady. You can specify and tell them you just want to watch a movie together. They'll be more than happy to come over, have some popcorn and soda with you, watch a movie, chit chat, play board games. Papa Pals is something that's come out a few years ago, and I'll tell you, I have a lot of clients that really enjoy that benefit. They're at home alone by themselves. Sometimes family lives out of the way. Papa Pals is phenomenal. Now, there's a transportation benefit that's also not used very much. With this benefit, you have to call in advance and you schedule a ride. Now, sometimes it usually comes with single trips. For example, you get 10 trips per year. If they take you from your home to your doctor's office, that's one trip. From your doctor's office back to the house is another trip. Now, some companies, if you're at the doctor's office and he writes you a script, some companies will allow the driver to take you from the office to the pharmacy, pick up your prescription. Now, you can't go shopping. You pick up your prescription, and then they will take you home. Great benefit, especially when the weather's bad. If you're not feeling well or if you have difficulty walking, let them know you need a step van, or if you're in a wheelchair, let them know you're going to need wheelchair access vehicles. Make sure you give them the details and whatever you need to make the trip safely. They will provide these vehicles for you. No cost. But check how many trips you have to make sure you don't overdo it. And let's face it, with the cost of gas these days, I'd be using the maximum amount I had. But remember, each time you get in the vehicle, it's considered one trip, with the exception of doctor's office to home. If you have to stop at the pharmacy, they won't deduct 2 trips. From doctor's office, pharmacy, home is still one trip. This is only a few of the value-added benefits that are out there. There's countless more. Some are offered in different states that I'm not aware of. But nonetheless, take advantage of these value-added benefits. Don't let them go to waste. If you don't use them, you've wasted them. The transportation benefit, maybe some of you don't need it, but the rest of them you're going to use. Take advantage of them, use them, enjoy them. After all, you've earned it. You've retired, you're on Medicare. Take advantage of it, make your money last longer, and get the benefit. I hope this podcast was informative. I look forward to continuing our journey and talking with you again soon. Have a great day. If you've enjoyed this podcast and don't want to miss future episodes of Medicare Simplified with me, Dave Miller, please subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. And don't forget to check out my book, Medicare Ready, Set, Go, available on Amazon in paperback and Kindle format. If you're looking for Medicare advice, please reach out to me at dave@mig4u.net or online at mig4u.net.